Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I'd like to ask if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, Mark.
Okay, good. Would like to also to remind everyone to please put yourselves on mute to avoid any unnecessary noise interruption during our presentation. Thank you. Okay. Again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Faronics Deploy live webinar. I am Mark Bugay, IP Systems Business Development Representative and your host for today. Also joining us are my colleagues from IP Systems and some of the experts from the leading brand that helps you simplify, manage, and secure a multi-user computing environment, Faronics. We deeply appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. Our webinar today will focus on the one thing that has been a struggle for every organization in today's work from home or even hybrid work setup, remote access, management, and security of workstations. And as your value-added cybersecurity partner, along with Faronics, we will delve deep into the features of Faronics Deploy and how easy it is for you to do patch management, software deployment, and more with the solution, all remotely, of course. Since we are now embracing a new remote work model, we know that you need a solution that empowers you to do lightning fast deployment, installation of applications, operating systems, Windows updates in the comfort of your own home, office, or wherever you'll be working with. Not only that, but you also need a program that enables you to do all of it securely. So to start off, I would like to introduce Miss Honey Love Samson, or Sam, IP Systems channel specialist, to tell you more about who we are and what we can do for your organization. Sam?
Yan. Thank you so much, Mark, for the introduction. So, ask ko lang, kita ba yung screen ko? Visible ba sa lahat?
Yes,
Thank
Yes,
you so
Sam.
much. Okay. So, ayan. Hello again, everyone, and good afternoon. And first of all, I'd like to thank you for attending this webinar wherein you learn the full extent of Faronics Deploy product. So, again, para sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa akin, I'm Honey Samson, but you can call me Sam, and I'm the channel specialist of IT Systems Inc. Okay? Yan. So in this presentation po, my goal is to give you an idea of who we are as a company, what's our mission and vision, what are the industries that we have served or is currently serving, of course, our growing customer base, and what can you expect from us or what can we do for your company. And lastly, even your organization's challenges and requirements, you can count on us. So to start, just to give you a brief background about our company, IP Systems is a value-added distributor of cybersecurity solutions. And since we are a distributor nga po, we cannot sell directly dun sa mga end users natin. That's why we have our partners or resellers na nagpo-posisyon ng mga products natin to the end clients. And to give you din po an idea, IP Systems kasi is a channel-centric company. And recently din po, we have cleared then another big milestone in the history of our organization. So we have celebrated our 15th year anniversary in the business. So 15 years na rin po tayo na nagsesecure ng data, systems, endpoints, applications, networks, and more. And by the way po pala, ang head office ni IP Systems is located in Ortigas, Pasig City. And we also have a Mandaluyong branch office. And of course, we're very proud to say then that we have opened our provincial offices in Cebu and Davao. So this year din po yan. So mas lalawak na yung market natin dahil hindi lang tayo sa Luzon present, kundi pati na rin sa Vismin areas. And our vision naman po as a company is to be the thought leader in the Philippine market on cybersecurity and to be a positive enabler of change in the IT community. So we do this po by sharing our knowledge and expertise. And if you will look din po at our Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter accounts, you'll see how active we are in social media because we aim to educate not only our clients, but the Filipinos in general about the importance of internet security. Then when it comes on our mission naman po, we are very straightforward and we set this as a challenge to ourselves. So our mission is to secure 1,000 active customers by 2025, and we do this by keeping networks, data infrastructure, and the Filipino people safe from cyber threats and vulnerabilities while adhering to our core values. So mapapansin niyo po dito sa mission statement namin, it reflects din po yung direction namin of targeting not only SME companies but enterprise accounts as well. And to give you lang din po an idea of where we are now dito sa mission namin, as of January 2022, we have a total of 718 clients. So meron pa po tayong ilang years to make it 8,000. And we believe din po na you can help us to achieve that goal. Then at IP Systems, we have 4 solutions that are specifically focused on endpoint and network security, remote access and monitoring security, email and data security, and of course, cybersecurity training and certification. And aside from that po, we also offer services like data migration, email hosting, business continuity design and planning, cybersecurity consultation, technical or product trainings, and lastly, support and maintenance services. So in line with this po, here are the brands that we carry. So first, we have here si Bitdefender. It's our flagship brand and we have been carrying this as the Philippines exclusive distributor since 2007. So sa mga hindi pa po familiar dyan, what is Bitdefender? It is an antivirus and endpoint security solution. Okay? Then we also have here Faronics. So ito naman pong product na to, very helpful sa mga schools, institutions, or even companies that has a large volumes of PCs that are needed to be maintained. So si Faronics, it's a reboot to restore software and kaya po nito na alisin or burahin lahat ng mga unwelcome or unwanted changes sa mga computers natin. And aside from that, it can automatically restore it to its original state with just one reboot. So later on po, our friends here from Faronics will let you know more naman about Faronics Deploy. So isa din po yun sa mga products under the Faronics. Okay? But for now, let's proceed muna dito kay Checkpoint Penetrator. So ito naman po, it's a tool that is used for vulnerability scanning and assessment. So ang pinaka-function niya is that it can reveal vulnerabilities inside your network. So lahat po ng may IP address like routers, mobile devices, printers, and so on, pwedeng i-scan niya ni Checkpoint and then ipapakita niya sa atin alin sa mga yon yung high risk na or yung may mga loopholes na possible ng madaanan ng hacker. Okay? By the way po pala, Checkpoint Penetrator is a plug-and-play appliance. So very easy to use din siya. Next, we also have here si EasyNAC. So ito naman po, it's our network access control solution and appliance din po ito. And with this product naman, it allows users to implement policies that control access to specific folders or files. And aside from that, you can also control and manage yung mga devices naman na nagjo-join dun sa network or sa Wi-Fi natin. Okay? Next, nandyan din si Veriato. So ito naman po, it's our product for employee monitoring. So every activity naman po na gagawin ni employee, like ano yung mga sinesearch niya sa websites, ano yung mga tinitake niyang screenshots, sino yung mga nakaka-chat niya, even kung ilang minutes yung na-spend niya sa isang specific application dun sa computer niya, lahat ng yan pwedeng ma-track and ma-record using Veriato Vision. Okay? Then we also have here si Oxygen. So ito naman po, it's an email and collaboration software. So kung may mga client kayo or kayo mismo is looking for a mail server or messaging platform, you can avail this one. Okay? Then of course, nandiyan din si InfoSec. So ito naman po, it's our partner for cybersecurity training and certification. So dito po sa webinar na to, kung may mga IT professionals po dyan na interested for trainings and maging certified, inquire na po kayo sa amin. And don't worry para dun sa mga non-IT professionals natin dyan kasi meron din pong meron ding applicable trainings na intended naman po para sa inyo. Okay? And through this partnership po with InfoSec, syempre si IP Systems, nakapag-launch din kami ng sarili naming training program. And we call that as IPCAP or IP Systems Cybersecurity Awareness Program. So on the following slides po, dun ko i-discuss ano nga ba yung IPCAP na yan. Okay? For now, let's proceed to RDX. So ito naman pong si RDX, it's our solution for backup and archiving. So hardware din po ito na very portable and durable wherein it provides lightning fast backup and restore para sa mga clients natin na in need ng mga off-site storage or archiving para sa mga datas nila. Okay? Then nandyan din si TeamViewer. So ito naman for sure, familiar na po tayo dito. So this solution naman enables online remote support and remote access on your computers, even mobile devices located anywhere, anytime. Then, nandyan din si Active Image Protector. So, ito naman pong solution na to is an image-based backup and recovery solution. Wherein, kayang-kaya po nito na i-backup yung entire hard disk natin. So, kasama dyan yung operating system, yung applications, configured settings, and even data files. Okay? Then, nandyan din si Endpoint Protector or tinatawag natin na EPP. So, ito naman, if you are looking for a DLP or Data Loss Prevention Solution, so inquire na kayo sa amin ng Endpoint Protector. Then, nandyan din, of course, si Sonic Wall. So, ito naman po, it's one of the newest products namin this 2022. And if you are looking for a next-gen firewall, Sonic Wall is the key. So, PM us or inquire na rin kayo sa amin. Then lastly, nandyan din si PRTG. So, ito naman, it's our solution for network monitoring. Okay? So, now that you have the idea regarding our products and solutions, let's now proceed naman with our industry coverage. So, dito po sa IP Systems, we have served clients across all these sectors. So, nandyan yung telecommunications, technology and media, banking and finance, manufacturing and distribution, government and public service, and to give you some examples, ito naman po yung growing customer base ni IP Systems. Okay? So makikita nyo po dito sa slide, ilan lang po yan sa mga clients na kinikater na natin. And for sure, very much familiar kayo sa ilan sa mga nandyan kasi mga kilalang companies din talaga yan. So meron tayong kinikater for government, for education, F&B, hospitality, meron din po sa healthcare, mga BPO companies, telecommunications and technology, energy, construction and manufacturing, and many more. So, these companies have trusted us for their cybersecurity requirement. And kayo din po na umattend dito sa webinar na to, we really hope po that you will trust us also na makapagbigay sa inyo ng better solution para naman dun sa mga needs ng company nyo for cybersecurity. Okay? Next, if you were able to recall yung mission statement namin kanina na na-mention ko, it ties up very closely with the National Cybersecurity Plan 2022. So ano nga ba yung National Cybersecurity Plan 2022 na yan? So sa mga hindi po familiar, it is a strategic framework or guideline that was created and will be adopted by the DICT, of course, in cooperation with the CICC. So eto, it aims to encourage yung mga employees ng bawat organization to have a proper cybersecurity training. Okay? So in summary po, the National Cybersecurity Plan 2022 is meant to address the urgency to protect the nation's critical infrastructure, government networks, SMEs, and even large corporations. And aside from that, it also aims to raise awareness to every Filipinos about the cyber risk by adopting the right information in cybersecurity. Okay? So, in order to help our clients, we launch our own training program. So, etong training program na binabanggit ko is yung IPCAP, with the help of Intusec, yung kapartner natin for this, that aims naman po to educate, empower, and train the employees about cyber risk and cyber security. Okay? So, the main goal for this po is to raise awareness for all the employees in the private and government sector, especially po yung mga non-IT natin, to keep their organizations safe from potential threats. Kasi di ba, sa panahon po natin ngayon, especially in a work-from-home setup, hindi po talaga maiiwasan na magkaroon ng human error. That's why we launched this training program to educate and train the employees on how they can avoid data loss or data breaches. Sabi nga din po sa kasabihan, di ba, lamang ang may alam. So kung aware po yung bawat employees ng organizations kung ano yung mga dangers or yung mga potential threats na pwede nilang ma-encounter while working from home, syempre mas magiging madali na para sa kanila na maiwasan yung mga yon. So with this IP Cup, meron lang po silang mapapanood na mga short but right to the point videos about certain cybersecurity topics like what is malware, what is phishing, data privacy, importance of passwords, and so on. And mabibigyan pa sila ng idea kung ano nga ba yung mga common types of attacks na dapat nilang iwasan. So, yan po. And if interested kayo to learn more about that, you can get in touch with us. Okay? And also, as an IT distributor of cybersecurity brands, syempre we actively study the Data Privacy Act so that we can help our clients din po to comply with the technical security requirements of the DPA. So, for better understanding, let's define first what is DPA or yung tinatawag natin na Data Privacy Act of 2012. So, si DPA po, it's a law that seeks to protect all forms of information, be it a private, personal, and even sensitive information ng bawat organization. And we are very proud to say po that these award-winning and trusted cybersecurity brands that we have partnered with has complied with the technical security requirements of the DPA. So this includes solution under encryption. So nandyan si Bitdefender, si RDX, and then si EPP. For access control, nandyan din si Bitdefender, si EasyNac, si EPP. Then for malware protection, of course, Bitdefender and SonicWall. Then for data backups, in case of a physical or technical incident, we have AIP under Actify. Then process for vulnerability assessment and regular testing, we have SecPoint. Then lastly, sharing with you how IP systems stand by our mission to contribute to nation building that goes beyond our tagline and results in a sustainable achievements. So dito po, we provide scholarship programs that aims to help struggling students through our partner colleges. And we allocate 1% of our net income to fund their academic journey. So syempre, dito nga po sa IP Systems, we believe din kasi that giving back to the community is our best way to share our success. Okay? Then aside from that, we also have internship program wherein we help students naman po na makagain ng mga working experience by assigning them to different business department like sales, marketing, technical, and so on. Okay? And then to summarize what I have discussed, here's what we can do for you. So we can secure your endpoints, networks, emails, and data. We have world-class tools for remote access, support, and employee monitoring. And then we provide comprehensive cybersecurity training and certification program. And of course, we provide professional services such as data migration, email hosting, technical and product trainings, and so on. And if you need anything, so you can let us know, and then we assure you that we're here to help. And then you can also visit our website for the full extent of our products and solutions. And we also have social media accounts that you can follow to stay updated dun sa mga latest trends about cybersecurity. Okay, so that would be all for my presentation. Thank you so much. Mark?
Thank you, Sam, for that comprehensive presentation of our solutions and services. As mentioned, we carry some of the world's leading brands in cybersecurity and data protection and management. Not to mention that we are also a 100% Filipino-owned company. Now, let's go straight to our next presenter here to tell us more about Faronics. Faronics Deploy, its features and functionalities, and why it's the perfect software for your remote IT or security team. Here is Mr. Usman Shaikh, Senior Technical Engineer, and Ms. Esther Lo, Faronics Channel Account Manager. And remember, if you have any questions, we would be more than happy to answer them after the presentation. Just type your questions in the chat box. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mark, for that. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to you all. So today we will be talking about our product, Faronics Deploy. However, before we get started, a quick introduction from our side. My name is Usman, and I'm with the Faronics product team. We have Esther as well, my colleague from our Singapore office. So if you have any questions around the product, feel free to put into the chat, and we will be more than happy to answer them for you. So just a quick overview about Faronics. We've been in the market for more than 25 years now. We're basically a Canadian company with headquarters in Vancouver, British Columbia. Our deep freeze product, which is what we're famous for, is a patented product. So we've got 3 patents around it. We've got more than 10 million licenses deployed and have a presence in 150 countries and more than 30,000 unique customers. Here are a few of our customers who are using our products, from Microsoft to Adobe, FedEx, SkyWest, IBM, just a few to name. And we've got our offices in Singapore, Bracknell, England, Vancouver, Canada, and Pleasanton, United States. So you've got support coverage during different time zones. Okay, now talking about the product. So we will be talking about Faronics Deploy today. It's one of the newest and fastest way to deploy applications, Windows updates, OS, everything through a web-based console, along with the ability to remote control. So looking at the key features of the product, you can do a lot of things, and here are some of the benefits that all the features come along with. So it's lightning fast. You can perform all the actions instantly. The interface is quite modern. So when we show you the actual product, you'll see that it's quite modern, responsive. The console is unified, so you can manage Windows and Mac computers from the same machine and the same console. It's got smart data handling features like caching, so your network does not get loaded with tons of bandwidth. And everything is web-based, so you can just open up your web browser and start managing your devices from anywhere. So here are just of the benefits for you. And talking about the features, here are the features of the product. The number one feature that we would like to highlight is the application management feature. So the application management feature allows you to instantly deploy, install apps, manage apps from over the cloud interface on your managed PC. So we will show you how you can create your app list, create custom packages, or take advantage of the pre-packaged apps that we've provided. The second big feature of the product is Windows updates. So while you're pushing out apps, while you're managing your PCs, you can always make sure that your computers have the latest Windows updates installed as well. So your computers will show you which patches are pending. You can approve the patches, you can deny some patches that you don't want, and you can make sure your environment is up to date with Windows updates. The third feature that we would like to highlight is the OS deployment feature. This is again quite a big and important feature. Now, OS deployment allows you to remotely install operating systems on your managed PCs. So if you've got a network of 50 PCs or 100 PCs, you can set up an imaging server in your network, and then that imaging server, you can add your ISO files or capture an image from a golden machine, and then push down that image to other PCs in your network. With remote control, it gives you the control to manage and help your users. So if they have a technical problem or if you need to control their PCs and fix something, you can always do that remotely. We've got a lot of reports and under our analytics functionality and alerts as well. So you can track the usage of the computers, the usage of which applications the users are using, what time they're logging in, what time they're logging out, all the information that you need under the reports, we have it under analytics. And then lastly, we've got the antivirus module as well. So just like any other solution where where you'd like to manage everything from a single console, we've made sure that our product has an antivirus module as well. We've partnered with Bitdefender to provide this functionality, so you'll have a complete solution in place. So with that, let me just dive into the actual product. So I'm going to switch to the web browser. Okay, so I'll just start from the login screen. So okay, so the URL to access the product is faronicsdeploy.com. So any one of you looking to sign up for a trial while we are doing the presentation, you may go on to faronicsdeploy.com and sign up for a free trial by clicking up on this link here, sign up. Once you've signed up, you will get an email with that will allow you to set your password. And once you've done your password, once you've set up your password, you can then log into the console. So let me just go into this. Let me enter my okay, so I'm going to sign in now. As soon as I sign in, I see a clear preview of my environment. So I'm going to zoom into the different options. So in case if the resolution is too high for your environment, you can see it clearly. So the dashboard gives you a clear preview of how your environment is functioning, how many computers are online or offline, how many apps are pending updates, how many Windows updates are pending. It'll give you a summary of your users who are logging into the system, what time they logged in. It will give you a summary of the operating systems in your environment. If you've got Windows 10, if you've got Mac OS or different version of Mac OS, it'll give you a summary of when the computer was last seen, so you have a clear idea. And as I scroll through the dashboard, you can see we've got different widgets highlighting different information. The antivirus widget gives you information about the health of your computer, if the virus definitions are up to date or outdated. The computers by policy gives you a clear idea of how your policies have been set up. Same with Windows Update, it tells you how many computers have the latest Windows updates installed or pending. And then it gives you a summary of the patches which are missing, how many computers the patches are missing on, and same with the patches which are requiring approval. So if certain patches require your approval, then it will be sitting there for you. Then additionally, it gives you information about top applications which are being used in your environment, like Microsoft Edge or the Faronics antivirus, Google Chrome, and it will give you computer usage as well as applications which are top used, and further all the hardware information as well. So all the information that you need as an IT manager or a technician, you will have that information in front of you from a web browser. So considering we're still working from home, or we switch to a hybrid environment where you're partially working from home and partially working from the office, you will still have access to all the computer information wherever you go. Now, coming to the actual management of the PCs, you will see your computers listed under the computers grid, or under the Windows or Mac grid. Now, once you have the computers listed, you will also see information about what is installed on them and what you can do. Now, one of the nicest things we've done with Faronics Deploy is we've given a preset, or we manage certain apps for you through our environment. So basically, a preset is just like a set of common applications that we think most of our customers would require in their environment. So let's say you've got Google Chrome, which almost everyone uses, then Microsoft Edge, iTunes, then the runtimes, then document readers like Reader DC, Foxit, 7-Zip, utilities for tight VNC or DevTools. So we've pre-packaged around 105 applications, and this is constantly increasing. So as we add more applications, our users are notified. So the whole idea is to pre-package as many apps as possible, and then give administrators the ability to just select them here, set a preset. Let's call it student PCs or staff PCs or accounting, however you want to call it. You can do that and then just push those apps on those PCs. Now, this is just one way of installing it. If you'd like to manually install something, you have an option to drill into the grid. So you would see the name of the computer, and you would see the different categories of apps. Now, if I click on web browsers, it will further drill into the web browser category, and it will tell me, okay, Google Chrome is this particular version, Microsoft Edge is this version, and then there's Firefox. Now, Firefox is outdated, so it's giving me clear information because Edge and Chrome is written in black font, whereas Firefox is in orange. So I can clearly see, I can click on a computer, I can say install all apps, or I can manually install it. I can click on Firefox, I can say update, and then it will update Firefox on it. In case if I realize that, okay, I don't want to use Firefox anymore, I can just click on it, I can say uninstall, and it will uninstall Firefox. While I'm on this page, I can do a lot of other things. I can remote control the machine, so I can automatically log off the user, view the screen. I can remote control using two options. I can RDP or VNC. Then I can look up on the application side, or I can apply configurations. So if I go into configurations, and if I want to apply a firewall rule, or if I want to change a registry or turn on or off a setting or a service, I can do that. So let's say I decide that all the finance team PCs should have this particular registry. So I would go ahead, I would enter the reg key here and then apply that onto the machines, and that particular reg key will get applied on the computers that I've selected. So just like the reg key, there are several other configurations that I can add. I can set up the Wi-Fi Bluetooth stuff. I can add phones. I can set the display details. I can change the time zone. I can even activate the Windows kiosk mode, run a custom script, and control power management. So there's several things as an administrator you can do remotely. Additionally, you can restart, shut down computers, update all apps, do a patch scan, and you can see the information about the computer. So this is just one of the features here. Similar features are available on the Mac as well, so you can see the Mac information and then the app list here. You can flip between Windows or Mac. Now, moving forward, the Windows Update functionality, it's completely automated. So in Windows Updates, again, you will see how the computers are functioning, what is the status of the computer, if all the patches have been installed, not installed, how many patches are pending on the machine, critical updates, how many updates are pending, and you can click on it, and then you can see clear information, as in which update is pending, you know, which update you'd like to approve or deny. And all of this, you can just scroll through the grid. You can say, okay, I want to approve all under this category, or I want to deny everything under drivers. I don't want any drivers to be installed. Or you can configure it at the policy level. So when I go into the policy, and if I click on create new Windows policy, and then I can specify here which updates should automatically be installed and which updates should not be installed automatically or after a certain time period. So driver updates, I don't want any drivers to be installed because my environment is quite strict. So I'm going to ignore the driver updates. So basically deny it. Service packs, I'm okay with it, but I want it to be installed after a period of 30 days. So I don't want to rush for it. So I've limited for 30 days and so on. So, there are all these options which you can automate, and it's straightforward. I mean, if you are supposed to set up a WSS server, you really need some sort of Microsoft expertise, either, a course in MCSE or something similar. But with Faronics Deploy, you don't need to undergo any training. It's so straightforward. You just sign up for a trial, install the agent, and that's it. Your computers start to show up, and then you assign a policy based on your requirements. Okay, so I hope everything's making sense. Just as I said, if you have questions, feel free to put into the chat. We will be answering them for you if you have technical questions. If you need a sign up for a trial, the URL is faronicsdeploy.com. You can just go to the website and sign up for a fully functional 30-day trial. So with that, moving forward on OS deployment, so basically you set up an imaging server in your environment, and then you automate the whole Windows installation process. So you can add an ISO to it, and once you've done that, you can define when the ISO gets pushed onto the machines. These are the different automations that you can apply. So you can specify the language, you can specify the time zone, the system settings. You can turn off if you want to write disk or not. If you want to create a user, join it to a domain, all of that can be specified during the imaging process. You can include drivers during the process. You can include different apps. So it's a complete imaging solution. If you're used to using Semantic Ghost or Microsoft SCCM, you can easily switch to our product because we support both options. So you can create a golden machine, capture the image from that golden machine, and then push that across your network. Or you can do a modular approach like SCCM, where you run post-imaging or pre-imaging tasks, and all of that without requiring expertise of the product. It's straightforward. And as I said, support-wise, we are always around to help you. So that's a just high-level overview of the OS deployment functionality. Then we've got the antivirus, which is straightforward. As I said, we've partnered with Bitdefender to provide this functionality for you. It's all integrated with our alerting system. It gives you notifications, alerts when something's not working or a virus has been detected. You can automate the whole process. You can see your files which have been quarantined or flagged. You can control the virus status and initiate scans and configure everything in the policy. The next feature is the inventory feature, and this connects with our analytics and report. And this is one of the nicest features of the product as well. So when I click on inventory, I can see a clear information of my entire environment. The name of the computer, if it belongs to a work group or a domain, I can add custom notes, which I can search. The OU membership, the user that's currently logged in, when did the last computer last report back, the manufacturer information, service tag, and as I scroll, you'll see it's got everything that an administrator needs: IP address, public IP, MAC address, network adapter details. We are also adding location information, the health of the computer, how many updates are pending, how many Windows updates are pending, and the warranty, if the warranty is expired, if the warranty is still there. So all the information that you need, you will have it with you right up front. If you need further information, you can click on a computer and then you can get a Microsoft System Information Report as well from the computer, or you can just view the details in a bigger pop-up. So you have all the information that you need. So that's the inventory page. You can see it for Windows and Mac. All these grids are filterable and configurable. So if you don't want to see anything, any particular grid, you can, or column, you can drag and drop it or remove it. Or if you want to filter down to a particular information, just say filter down to computers under Dell, you can filter down and you can see all the Dell machines. All right, so that's inventory. It further connects with our analytics feature where you can see the application usage. You can see the computer usage of users logging into the machine, what time they logged in, what time they logged out. When you click on the session, it'll give you the information about the login time, logout time. All the information that you need will be available for you right up there instantly. Then before we wrap up, I'd like to highlight on the tickets feature as well. So tickets feature is again quite a useful feature. It basically lets you create tickets, or your users can create ticket uh, for any technical problems they're having. So when we go under the settings for the organization, you can configure what the users should see, so they can see a proper ticketing app. So on every user's PC, when you enable ticketing, they'll see this pop-up, and using this pop-up, they can submit technical issues or anything that they would like to submit. They can type it in the box and then put their email. Once they've done that, automatically a ticket would get created under the ticketing module. It will tell you from which computer it was created, which group it belongs to, and then what's the ID of the ticket, if it's open or closed, who's the owner of the ticket, uh, if it's assigned to a particular user, what's the username of the user who created the ticket, what's the description, and then you can see all the information. You can view history of the ticket. Uh, you can see it's basically like a full ticketing system. The whole idea behind the product Faronics Deploy and other products by Faronics is to allow you to cut down on multiple products that you're using. So if you're using Ghost for imaging, or if you're using some other tool for remote control, and then Zendesk for help, ticket management and so on. So if you've got like 5 to 6 different products, you can cut down the subscription of all those products and just use Faronics Deploy or our cloud solution, where you will have almost everything that you need as an IT admin to manage your environment. Plus, we have site-based management. So if you have multiple locations, You can manage multiple locations from a single console. We've got user management. So if you have different administrators in the team, if you would like to give them different permissions and access to limited sites only or limited features, you can do that. So you can select which site they have access to and which groups they have access to and so on. So it's quite granular, and it lets you completely manage your environment and gives you full control of your PCs. So with that being said, that's all I wanted to highlight in the session for Faronics Deploy. I will pass the screen sharing to our partners IP system there. So yeah, if you have questions, if you need information, just feel free to put into the chat and we can help you. And before we sign off, the URL is faronicsdeploy.com if you'd like to sign up for a trial. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Usman, for that in-depth talk about Faronics Deploy and how you can leverage its capabilities to seamlessly manage workstation and other devices anytime. I'm pretty sure that our attendees have a lot of questions for our speakers. We'll go ahead and take some time for questions now. Just a reminder, please make sure to type in your questions into the chat box. You can also unmute yourselves to ask personally. So it seems that there have been a few questions here.
Yeah.
We have a question here from Sir Neil. Sir Neil, he is asking for, is Faronics similar to SECM?
Right. Yeah. So I think Esther has already answered that,
Yeah.
and I'd like
Yung Batangas. Nagagalit.
Here we also have a question from Nimbus, Sir Ogi. Do you have a live demo we can explore with?
yeah, you can sign up for a free trial, and it will be a live environment that you can set up a client and use it. If you're just looking for another presentation or a webinar, you can get in touch with the partners and they can help to arrange a live presentation as well for you.
Okay. Again, there's another question. How to uninstall or remove application on all the machines managed by Faronics Deploy at the same time?
Okay, so if you click on the application header instead of the computer name, then it will give you the option to uninstall from all PCs. So yeah, that's certainly possible with the product.
Another question here from Sir Carlito Ang. Hi sir, may we know if is it possible to roll back updates in Faronics Deploy?
That is not an option at the moment. However, we have the OS deployment functionality. So in case if you have a computer that's not working as expected, you can just push down a new image, or there's a local caching option available as well.
Another one is Faronics Deploy the right product for asset management?
Yeah, absolutely. We have license management, we have user management, inventory. So unless you're really looking for those complicated products where there are like thousands of fields which don't make sense at all most of the times, Faronics Deploy, what we've done is we've kept it simple and we've added all the fields which are required by day-to-day executives, system admins. So yeah, if you're looking for a simpler solution with all the right information, absolutely, Faronics Deploy is a perfect tool for asset management.
Another question from John Michael. Hi, may I just confirm what are those operating systems supported of Faronics Deploy?
Okay, so Faronics Deploy supports Windows PC 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server operating systems as well, and Macs. We just don't support Linux, but in terms of Windows and Macs, we support almost all the latest operating systems and the current ones.
Another one is, can I remotely control machines using Faronics Deploy?
Yes, you can certainly remote into machines from anywhere just using your web browser.
Mm-hmm. Another one is from A. Is it possible to push install operating systems on a bare metal machine with no OS?
Yes, you can do that. So if you install our imaging utility on a Windows Server OS machine, so the central box which hosts all your images, if you install it on a server OS, you will have the option to do a Pixie boot. So your computers within your network can boot over the Pixie and then pull the image from there.
Another one from Sir Ogi Manuel. Can you please explain again how the OS is deployed?
So OS deployment is quite similar to, like, if you're familiar with Windows Deployment Services (WDS), it's quite similar to that. However, we've got a web-based console. We've simplified it further, and we've integrated with our product. So basically, the process or the steps would be: you set up a computer in your network that acts as an imaging server, so a central machine in your network. Once you've done that, you import an ISO file into it. So this is just to create the boot records. Now, once you've created or imported the ISO into it, your machines are ready to be reimaged either with that particular ISO, or if you want to capture an image from a machine and then push that onto other machines, you can do that as well. So we will do a sysprep, we will capture the image from the other machine, put it on the same imaging server, and then you have an option to push that around other machines.
Okay.
Okay.
Lastly, there's a question about what is the relationship between Faronics Deploy and Deeplease?
Okay, so Faronics Deploy and Defreeze Cloud, or just the Defreeze functionality, the main difference between these two products is Defreeze is meant for environments where you have public users. So technically, both the products, or like when you compare the Faronics Cloud platform, which has Defreeze Cloud and Faronics Deploy Cloud, both are quite identical. The only difference is the defreeze functionality. So if your organization manages, like if you're a school or a college or a hospitality industry kind of environment where you have public users coming in, then defreeze is an ideal product for you, where you can do the same things that you have under deploy plus freeze the machine. But if you're a corporate environment and you're just looking for managing your PCs remotely without resetting the data every time, so Deploy is the ideal product for you. So technically, they both are the same in terms of functionality. The only difference is one has a defreeze module, the other one does not have. Okay, so I think we've answered almost
Yeah,
everything.
great. It looks like, we answered all of the questions. Miss Esther, Sir Usman, is there anything else you want to cover before we wrap up?
That's all from my side. Esther, if you'd like to add anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's all from my side too.
Okay, great. Before we officially end our info session today, we would like to announce the winner of 1 year license with Defender Total Security. So we'll be showing it now. So congratulations to Mr. Ronald Diaz, Valero Grand Suites by Swiss Bell Hotel International. Congratulations to Mr. Francis Alin Castre, Key Discovery Consulting Inc. Congratulations, Mr. Ronald Pineda, Global Tronics. Congratulations, Mr. Enrico Marcelo, Veritech Inc. Congratulations, Ms. Giselle Lusanta, Utivo Corporation. Congratulations, Mr. Brian Madrid, Visaya Knowledge Process Outsourcing Corporation. Congratulations, Mr. Patrick Del Valle, Golden Bay Land Holdings. Congratulations, Ms. Maribel San Jose, Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, or PDIC. Congratulations, Ms. Joy Tabisola, Netec Systems Inc. Congratulations too to Ms. Nelaine Kapalad, Cavitec Solutions Incorporated. Congratulations to all the winners. Uh, Please wait for an email from us and on how to claim your prizes. Another great news too. The attendees registered today can get a special discount if they avail Faronics Deploy on or before April 22, 2022. Again, thank you everyone for being with us today. We really appreciate you taking the time to attend our Faronics Deploy live webinar. We would also like to thank our speakers from Faronics Singapore, Ms. Esther Low and Mr. Usman Saik for a very informative discussion. Please let us know how we did today by answering the survey form that will be sent to your email after the webinar. That's it for today. See you all on our next webinar. Thank you. Thank you.